snow dunes pile up. I got here a little around 3 o'clock, and the roads were kind of iffy. You saw that dusting. You saw a little bit of slush on those roads there. And now, even with the plows coming through, you've got a good chunk of snow on these roads. People are taking it really, really slow. I know on my way in, I slid a good 3 times, and my car, our news car here, is even struggling a little bit to get up some of these hills. I parked in the BP parking lot in downtown New Bern, and it was a little difficult to get the car up there because the wind is blowing the snow into these kind of piles. So it does make for very dangerous driving conditions, and even if you haven't parked your car at this hour, it can present a little bit of a challenge for sure.
I do apologize. I feel like Hailey missed my question there. Hailey, again, as far as all good. It happens. You know, we're live. These things, you just kind of got to work through them. Anyways, as far as you're, coming from Greenville, heading to New Bern, did you see any other sort of accidents, any crashes, any cars that may have slipped off the road, any sort of instances like that? And if so, about how many did you see?
Yeah, so on my way here, I didn't actually see any of those accidents or even really any cars pulled off to the side. There were limited amounts of cars on the road that were taking it pretty easy for the most part. Of course, the conditions were much different then than they are now. Now, I mean, you can see this highway here behind me, and that way kind of goes to Havelock, and there's just a couple here and there. So not anything crazy, but even along this highway line, I haven't seen a whole lot here, which is a good thing.
It is. Of course, right as you say on this, we got a car right behind you. But anyways, beyond that, have you seen anybody out and about, maybe any walkers or anybody actually trying to get out and enjoy the snow? Has there been any of that going on?
Yeah, so I was downtown there for quite a few hours after I got to New Bern, and I did meet a gentleman who says that he goes on 5 to 6 mile walks every single day, and it doesn't matter the temperature, it doesn't matter the conditions. He is out walking, and he was out walking this afternoon, and I was like, what about the snow? What about the cold? And he said, I like the snow. It's quiet, it's beautiful. So he was enjoying himself, and there were a couple other people that could be seen just kind of walking around New Bern there, but that was earlier. And once that sun has set, I really have not seen anybody out except a couple of plow trucks now.
All right. Well, Hailey, again, you look cold, you look shivering. Get back in your warm news car. Again, we sincerely appreciate it. Again, everyone, that was Hailey Hollinger reporting from New Bern. We again are going to have more coming up from her hopefully later on. First, I want to show you some of the live looks we're seeing across eastern North Carolina. And while that happens, we will introduce Zach Holder. This is, of course, your Greenville live cam. Zach's got his microphone up. We've got him on, and here we are. Can we hear Zach?
If not, the other night we used just your mic. We used one mic, and me and Russell just kind of talked loudly into it from
Here we
the
are.
distance.
Here we are. So, obviously, this is one that going into this event, Zach, we knew that our numbers were going to be a little bit shy of what everybody else was putting out there. Obviously, as chief, you're a big part of obviously putting this forecast together. What was it that you saw that kind of kept our numbers a little bit lower, and that's why, again, we're kind of seeing everything play out as we're seeing it?
Yeah, we can probably count on one hand how many times we've hit a foot of snow in the past 30 years.
Yeah.
Some people who've been alive a lot longer than that, 60, 70 years, they can only remember it a few times. So it's got to be perfect for us to get anywhere close to a foot of snow. And so far, we're on pace for that in some locations. Just went outside and measured, and we're up to about 6.5 inches.
Old school wooden school ruler, 6.5.
6.5. So we had 7 for the Greenville area. So kind of starting some of Pitt County in that kind of 4 to 7, others in the 7 to 12. So I think really we're going to be pretty close to where we had the forecast, which is really hard to do, especially in the South.
It really is.
Ask Raleigh people who are missing out on snow how hard it is, because they were at least expecting to get 4 to 7, and they might get 2.
They might
maybe.
get 2. Yeah. I just I was texting with my good friend Casey Potter, whose parents, they live in Wilson County, and she texted me a video and said, "Hey, 6:15, we're up to 2 inches." So there is clearly a line, and it's back closer to I-95 where some people have snow and most people don't have snow. The further east you go, the more snow you're seeing. But Zach, obviously you're going to be here through tonight, helping the team get through this snow event. What can we expect from you? Obviously, you're going to be here coming up at around 10 p.m. tonight.
Yeah.
Should people set their alarms for that?
Yeah, we're going to get some better snowfall totals. We've been trying to update them as much as we can. Very sporadic. We need people to kind of either message us as we get closer to 10 and 11 o'clock so we can update that graphic with the best information.
Yeah.
Getting a lot at the coast, but we're kind of missing some of our core counties of just how much you've gotten so far, and then that kind of gives us a good idea of what you're on pace for as we go through the overnight. Because what time? We're 7 o'clock. We expect the snow to kind of clear between 4 and 7 a.m. So we still have a lot of snow that could fall. There's another big band starting to push into Pitt County that's just moved out of the New Bern area where they just added on a little bit more snow. So 6.5 inches here. I think we're close to 7 to 8 along the coast in spots. Maybe some drier air will be around tonight, so I don't think we're going to stay super heavy snow everywhere like we were for most of the day, but still think we still have a good portion of this storm to come. Then you add in the winds that's coming too.
Exactly. And Zach, I think you bring up a really good point there early on, is that we want people again to share their snowfall totals where they're at, but we would like it again closer towards maybe 10 p.m. to where we're at least a little bit closer to the end of the event versus the middle. It's like nobody goes to a football game to find out the halftime score. You want to find the final score, and getting those later numbers in is always appreciated. So if you guys can, blow up Zach's Facebook page coming up at around 9, certainly before 10. Give it around 9 to 9:45. Give him your snowfall totals, and of course he'll have them here on the First Alert desk.
Yeah, and we'll have more updates on what's on radar, areas that still have a lot more snow to go. Maybe there's some spots where it's going to snow, but it may not add up to as much. So we'll have a pretty clear idea of that as we head closer to midnight. And, just be safe on the roads if you have to be out. I know some people don't get a choice. There are some jobs that snow does not cancel your job.
If I could be home on a sled right now, I would be.
You're almost.
Almost.
You're approaching the finish line. But, yeah, just be careful. And, if you see people out there plowing, if you see linemen who have to go fix a power outage, law enforcement, fire departments, just thank them because even meteorologists, we would like to be out playing in the snow. But we will eventually.
We will eventually. Of course, they are doing a much harder job than we are. They're actually out working in it. So again, give them the space they need to work. Be kind, be cautious, be courteous. Give them, again, a slow, wide berth. And again, if you can, stay off the road. Of course, we will have more from Zach coming up a little bit later on tonight at 10 o'clock right here on the First Alert desk. You'll obviously be able to catch him on WITN News at 11 on your TVs. But for now, we're going to head on over to our radar picture and... Okay, Zach. Yeah, all right.
I'll stay. I thought you were escorting me off.
I was kind of, but it was also one of the. If you want to hang out and do the forecast more, man, feel free.
I mean, look at the dry spots. That's really hard to predict, and it's not over yet. So the Wilmington area, the Fayetteville area. I know some people kind of watch our digital stuff, even if they don't live in the counties that we forecast for. All hope is not lost. You're going to get some snow. You just don't look around and see what other people got. That's when you're going to be a little upset. You're just like, man, we got 1 to 2 inches of snow. That's a really good event for us. Don't look at Greenville. Don't look at Morehead City. Definitely don't look at Charlotte in that area. But this is just a big area of snow that we do not get very often. This is a pretty nice, cool event to watch because it is very rare for the Carolinas.
It absolutely is. And again, just how that dry air is actually filling in right now is also incredibly difficult to predict. Looks like some of that dry air is actually infiltrating a little bit further back towards the west, where we're seeing some of the more kind of widespread snow bands just now starting to break apart as that air gets colder and drier and kind of eats up away some of that snowfall potential. So that obviously is something we'll continue to keep an eye on. But as far as a more zoomed in look, Zach, what does this look like? Can you give me an estimate on when you think that dry air pocket over kind of Cumberland and Sampson and even Johnson County used to be in it, but
Yeah.
kind of just off to the east of Fayetteville there, when that little pocket is going to fill in. I'd get it around 10, but
yeah, it's going to be a little bit longer. Not soon enough for those who are paying attention
that's probably
to
the
what's
best
falling. But that batch coming in from the south, I think, will be your best bet. And just enjoy. You know, we don't even get snow very often. It's very rare to get a system like this. It's sometimes rare in some years to even get snow in winter. So whatever you get, just try to be happy with it, and we'll see if maybe the atmosphere can pull one out for Fayetteville and drop a little bit extra heavy snow.
Drop a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well, we will again see how it goes. Zach, I will let you get back. I know you want to eat your dinner, have a good time, just chill between forecasts. But for now, we again in eastern North Carolina, most of the east right now is again seeing snow coming down. We do have a few little pockets of dry air currently over Onslow County, and then another pocket that currently is moving over the Pamlico Sound. Not a ton of rain currently snow. What am I saying? It's been a day.
I've said rain chances like 4 times today.
Okay. Here we go. We're getting in the zone. We're going to feel it. We're going to finish strong here. But yeah, we're seeing again precipitation coming down. A little bit less than what we had earlier this evening along the Outer Banks. Those of you, again, watching along the Outer Banks, it will be picking back up again. You got to remember that everything off to your west is going to get pulled east as the snow system itself, the low pressure system, moves its way out into the Atlantic as it wraps up. So if you're not, if you say you're watching in Ocracoke right now in Hatteras and you're not seeing the kind of snow you want, well, understand that it is all going to be coming back. You guys are going to be finishing strong with that snowfall accumulation potential. Now, let's take a look at what we've got as far as our current expectations for snow across eastern North Carolina. There you can again see that very fine line between the trace to 3-inch zone and the 4 to 7-inch zone between 95 and essentially a little bit close to Highway 17. There are, again, a little bit of some pockets, I think, in southern Pitt County. It could certainly see more of the 7 to 12-inch range. Jessica Austin, is Jacksonville done? Nope, Jacksonville is not done. While you are done for maybe an hour, you will have more snow coming in overnight tonight. Right now, Onslow County, specifically the Jacksonville area, as Jessica is mentioning, is right now under one of those dry pockets, that dry air infiltration with the storm system. We knew it would have impacts on snowfall totals. We knew it would interrupt our snow at times. It's exactly what it is doing. But again, we are still looking at substantial snow across eastern North Carolina, so much so that I do want to highlight something that my wife sent me. This is from Mayor P.J. Conley. I'm going to read this quote out. He put this out on Facebook about an hour ago. Mayor P.J. Conley of Greenville said, quote, "We currently have 11 active car crashes right now. If you are on the roads, please get off of the roads and go home. You are making it more difficult for our staff to serve our community, and you are putting yourself and others in danger. Please stay off the roads." Again, that was from Mayor P.J. Conley of Greenville. This is a look at Pitt Greenville Airport right now, and yeah, I not a good time to be driving. Just safe to say that. Now again, let's see what else we've got going on across eastern North Carolina. This is our view through our Moorhead City Cam overlooking Sanitary Restaurant in just along the Intercoastal Waterway there. 22-degree air temperature, northerly wind 24 miles an hour. Winds are going to be picking up speed. Tonight is going to be a very windy night. We're anticipating 20 to 30 mile an hour sustained winds across just about all of eastern North Carolina, with stronger winds present along the coast. Could lead to some coastal flooding along the Outer Banks, particularly on the sound side of the Outer Banks. This is a view through our Goldsboro cam, and you can see we still have some snow coming down in central Wayne County. They're not out of it quite just yet, still very much in it. Now, air temperature wise, we'll continue to see these temps kind of level off where they're at right now. I don't anticipate us getting a whole lot colder tonight. But some areas, largely due again to the cloud cover we're seeing, some areas may dip down a few more degrees, but mid-teens to low 20s is pretty much as cold as we need it to get in order for that snow to stick around. Any colder, the air continues to dry out. And like we've been talking about quite a bit, dry air and snow don't go together, which the colder the air is, the drier the air is. So that's one that is a little ironic. You need it cold enough, again, to get everything to stick, but if it gets too cold, it's the air itself starts eating away some of that moisture, trying to warm up, and that, of course, can rob us of snow. But these winds are certainly going to be a concern. Right now, sustained winds, 15, 25 miles an hour. Gusts right now upwards around 40, 44 miles an hour in Piney Island, 40 in Hatteras, 39 in Meteorologist, 37 in Beaufort, 33 in Elizabeth City. Even inland areas, we've got a 25-mile-an-hour gust in Rocky Mount along with Jacksonville. It is windy. It is making visibility even worse than the snow already is. And, well, that's also leading to a coastal flood warning. That is going to be in effect, already is in effect from right now, 7 p.m. Right now we're at 7:16. And that will go for 24 hours until 7 p.m. tomorrow night. So if you are watching along the coast, understand these winds will have an impact on water levels overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. It's going to be, again, very windy. Those winds are going to be sustained starting out of the north-northeast, shifting more northwesterly as we head into tomorrow morning. Could end up seeing some of those winds drain water out of the Pungo River and just push it right on up along either the north side down East Carteret County or along the sound side of Ocracoke and even Hatteras Island. Those, again, are going to be the spots I think could see the highest water level rise due to the winds. We do have got some questions. Holly Johnson says, I'm sure we're close to pushing a foot of snow in Chocowinity. Holly, not going to doubt you there. Not going to doubt you at all. We had expectations for Chocowinity between 7 to 12 inches. It sounds like right now you're in that spot, and we are again seeing more snow coming down. Now, Amanda Bloom, how do you submit photos? You can go to Carolina Camera over on the WITN News website. You can give it a Google, and that should, again, guide you in the right spot. Now, here's what we've got for tomorrow morning. We've got another question. Doug Hale, how much longer will the snow fall? I think the heavy stuff will likely stick around for another few hours. We will have, obviously, some dry pockets in there, but everyone is going to be done with the snow. Certainly inland areas between 5 to 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. By the time most of us are waking up, unless you set your alarm clock before 5 a.m. on a snowy Sunday, you really want to do that? It's up to you. But if you do, you may still see some snowflakes coming down. But between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m., a lot of them are going to be done. I think everything moves off the coast between around 8 to 10 a.m. in the morning. After that, we're just looking at cold, windy conditions. In fact, we'll also see some sunshine coming out. Here's what we've got by tomorrow afternoon. 27 degrees by noon, 30 degrees by 2, 31 between 3 and 4 p.m. Lots of sunshine over the tail end of the day, and once that sun comes out, air temperatures will try to rise. I don't think we'll hit freezing. Some areas may, but as far as seeing any sort of significant melt, not looking likely. Not looking likely. Now, again, get me back off of there. Enough of me. Here's what we've got snow-wise as we head through the rest of tonight by 9 a.m. Again, do note down closer towards Swansboro and even kind of near Havelock in southern Craven County, kind of a little bit just to the southwest of Havelock there. You're seeing those two blank spots. That is the model, again, trying to factor in the dry air that we have been talking about for the past several days. We are still going to, again, see some more of that dry air moving in at times, interrupting the snow accumulation and the snowfall itself. By midnight, that area of low pressure is going to start to pull away from eastern North Carolina, but as that happens, it's going to be intensifying, so everything the dry air pockets are essentially going to get pushed out, so we'll see more widespread, heavier snow by this point in the evening, but it's going to be short-lived. It's going to start to decrease as we head towards 3, 4, 5 a.m. with that back edge really racing towards the coast between 5 and 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's when everything wraps up. That's when it's all done. But of course, air temperatures will still certainly stay below freezing, keeping it around all the way through not just your Sunday, but your Monday and potentially even the first half of your Tuesday as well. Not a lot of melting is going to be occurring. Let's take a look at your full 8-day forecast, and a little pump fake there. 30 degrees coming up for tomorrow. 10% chance of some moisture coming in. That's focused in the morning. We're talking prior to 9 a.m. Most of us, it's even going to be prior than 7 a.m. So you may miss it if you sleep in. If you sleep in, totally understand. I wish I could do the same thing. I'll be back here on the First Alert desk giving you guys updates starting at 7 a.m. Not much melting happens on Monday. Tuesday, we see the melt really increase as overnight lows certainly not going to help us Monday night into Tuesday at 19 degrees, but seeing 43 degrees and with some rain showers coming in later on Tuesday, that will absolutely help take away some of the snow off the roads. Also, again, DOT crews will be out and certainly more effective during the daylight hours on both Sunday as well as Monday. So we should see, again, improving road conditions from that regard, but Mother Nature truly starts to help us out once we get into Tuesday. That's when I think certainly the secondary roads will really start to improve as well. Certainly the ones that don't get the TLC from the DOT over Sunday and Monday, they'll see those roads clear by Tuesday, certainly Tuesday night. But that's all we have time for today's 7 p.m. news and weather update. Again, do want to say thank you to Hailey Hollinger, who is out in New Bern giving us an update, along with Chief Meteorologist Zach Holder. We'll be back. We've got Russell here. What's up, Russ?
So we got some information that just came in.
Come on camera,
We get some more reports that come in from the National Weather Service, and Winterville has now at least 1 mile to the south-southeast. Train spotter picked up 8 inches of snow.
Woo.
And we're getting some people coming in also saying that they're finding 6 to 7 inches in Greenville. And then also in surrounding areas, Jacksville is now sitting at 5 inches.
Okay. All right. So some new numbers. We'll have hopefully a map coming up at 8 o'clock that we can share with people.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Russ, excellent work.
Thank you.
Again, we'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the First Alert desk at the top of the hour with some preliminary snowfall totals. Certainly not the end of the game yet, but again, giving you guys kind of we'll call it a third quarter look of exactly what has come down across eastern North Carolina. Until then, hopefully you all have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. We'll see you back here coming up at 8 o'clock.